Everyone, good night. Know that you all miss me because what Saturday we were here. Well, not me in person, but I was here watching and Kems hosted the show on Saturday. And as you all know, Kems is the man for Saturday. When it comes down to NFL, that man is the guru along with the personnel that he had on the show. And we have to give a huge props to them because they did themselves some justice and they actually got a quite few of the predictions correct. And as Kems is pointing out, money in the pocket. So guys, had you listened to the show, you would have collected some chumps in your pocket. But move on because it's a new day and we're here again. As you saw earlier, I posted a video, short video, man, because you guys want something short to watch at times. It's not everybody can tune into the long video, so why not? Just give you something spicy to just go and pep up your appetite, man, and till we reach to the big show. So we are here now, and we're going to be discussing the Jamaica Reggae Boys, and they had a. Some people are saying that it was a disappointing result. Some are saying, in the grand scheme of things, it was a point that can either propel them to do better or it's just a point that has somewhat stopped the inevitable in terms of yes, they know they're going to fail, but this just slow it down for a minute, right? I remember when we did our summarization of how much that we expected the boys to get from these three games. A lot of us said that at minimum 4 points would be what they should look forward to. They still have the opportunity to get that 4 points because they got one from Canada. They have Honduras to play. And it's not a case as if Honduras has been playing the best of football. So, I mean, it's a game there for the taking. But when it comes on to Jamaica, the Jamaica Reggae Boys, then you know that you can't bet your horse on that. I won't even suggest you bet a penny on that because you're going to lose it. But they got a draw. And, I mean, a lot of persons were expecting a far away different results. Some expected Canada to batter them, but they showed some resilience and they actually got a point. The starting lineup, though, that was the first part where I saw a lot of people starting to argue because they're saying that what the hell this man thinking playing Halva Spoil at centre back and then the fishy one, as Mannings would say, or Neil Fisher at right back. And then you have Grandpa Javon Watson playing central, in which that was my biggest issue. Reason why? If you got a man like Anthony Grant in the middle, there's no need for you to have Javon Watson. Get in someone that is more mobile in the shape of a Devon Speedy Williams, and that will allow him to play better because it seems that Tappa wasn't thinking. The best games that Devon Williams has played for Jamaica, he has played beside Anthony Grant. So from I saw that, I was like, what is happening right here? What's the rationale? But overall, Anthony Grant played like the player that he has played since he has joined the team, and he was the standard performer for me. Man of the match performance from me, right? And Anthony Grant seems like that missing defensive midfielder that Jamaica lacked for years. This man covers the back four, and when I said, I wouldn't say really flawless, but he had a next to flawless start of game. Yes, age is catching up on him because he's 34, but I mean, if we can get him into the World Cup, why not go for it? Use what we have right now. But my issue is that use the best possible lineup. Javon Watson played 90 minutes in the previous game. Why on earth does Tappa think that that man would have given him a solid 90 minutes again? It's just not fathomable, and you just have you scratching the head and thinking what goes on in the head of Theodore Tappa Whitmore. With that being said, that's my prelude. Now go ahead, Manningsman, and tell us your thoughts on it.
Well, I mean, you have kind of spoken well concerning some of the issues with the game. I was at the game, and like you said, that I had difficulties seeing Alva Powell in the starting 11 because he was substituted in the last game, late in the game because he had some sort of injury, and it looks like it was hamstring. And where those things are concerned, to have played on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Well, before that he played on the Thursday. To have played on Sunday after a Thursday game, I doubted that kind of recovery process in terms of how fast he could have recovered. All right. The second thing, and I said it earlier today, is that if the coach puts Javon Watson to play center back and it worked, then it compounds the whole idea that maybe you should not have started Alvas Powell because in the around 28th minute you put Javon Watson to play there, which is suggesting to me he had pre-knowledge that Javon Watson can play centre back. So why not just start him there instead of an injured Alvas Powell or a half-ready Alvas Powell? The much maligned O'Neill Fisher, I thought, gave a good account of himself.
True.
I think it is one of the better games I've seen him in Jamaican colours. So all the St. George's fans who have been giving him a very hard time, and always those who have been speaking about how good he used to be at St. George's, finally can come and gloat a little bit because I thought he was one of the better players, especially going forward. And I have to look at who players were matched up with. I think of all the Canadians, he had the hardest matchup. He had to deal with Alfonso Davis, and then he also had coming out there to help Alfonso Davis, David or David, however that name is pronounced. And he only was caught out once, and it wasn't his fault because he actually squared a ball that created an opportunity. And then on the counter, Javon Watson was slotting into that spot. That was how Canada got that chance. But outside of that, you can tell that he was a little bit tentative, a little bit pensive, and so especially in the defensive third of the game. But outside of that, I can't. I would not agree with anybody giving him ratings below 6 in his overall performance. I
Okay.
thought he did well enough, and I agree with you with Alvas Powell. Javon Watson, I can't understand the logic of starting Javon Watson when you have Speedy. In the absence of Speedy or Grant, I can understand it.
True.
Um, but when your job is on the line, I think you're going to put the person who you know wants to keep your job, wants you to keep the job. And maybe that is what is playing in the coach's mind. So I can tell from the starting 11 the players that want the coach to stay on the job. Because that could be the only reason. If you feel like if I lose, I'm going to lose. I'm going to leave. I'm going to lose the job. If I lose the game, I lose the job. And you bench Speedy, I think you don't know how committed Speedy is to you. What the coach does know is that Javon Watson is more committed to him. Alvas Paul is more committed to him than to the team. So he played them. I guess you can understand that.
But I hear what you say, but I still don't see the sense in it. Reason being, as I said, there is no way you're going to tell me that a man who played 90 minutes and will literally side from 45 minutes. Remember, you and I were on Ryan LFC watch along, and we said it. Javon Watson was boss from the 45 minutes. We can't put it another way. When I say him tired, him boss from 45 minutes. And then in this game, I see some people say from about 15 minutes in the game, Javon Watson was basically gasping for breath once again.
Yeah.
But you look at it a little bit more in depth. As you said in a man's, this is a man that said that Javon Watson is the sort of player that will die for him on that pitch. So that could be the possible case why he has started him, but it leads back to discussions that you and I have had in the past. Why is it that you're going to call up Javane Brown and not give him the game time? It just tickles my brain that it's better if you don't call up this guy. Don't give him any sort of what do you say? Any sort of confidence or hope that hey, you can actually get into this team. Because this would be the perfect opportunity for him. Because if you look down the line, all the other players are going to come back into the fold. And whenever they do, that's it for Javane Brown. So now was the time to blood that young man into the team and actually let him try to settle in and see where it goes. Just like you gave Alvas Paul the opportunity to make a name for himself initially, give the man a chance. That's just my thinking. And as I said, why am I going to put a man who seems like he's not even 50% fit on the field, knowing that I already have a man who is 37, who is not fit either. So I mean, I can't see the rationale behind these things, and these are the things that have us as fans scratching our heads. That what goes on in the coach thinking, what goes on in his mindset, and pre-game rituals and all those things. It just have we thinking what it's all about. Kems, with that being said, no, Manning said it wasn't a better performance that he saw from O'Neil Fisher. But Fabi Fernandez said if that was O'Neil Fisher best performance in don't want to see him on his bad day. What do you say?
Well, I would love if Rana could come on the show and tell us, what was so horrible about the performance, why he's been so critical. It seems more of a personal issue. The Fabio, I've been very critical of O'Neill when he has not played well. You know, I've even told him personally, that he can do better. But I believe he has. I agree with Manningsman that this was one of his better performances, especially with the matchup that he had. I'll tell you guys that he has been hearing the noise, from a lot of persons who say him and Whitmore are friend. That's why I'm in at the side. Him deserve in at the side. All of the mistakes that he made, and so he has definitely been hearing the noise, and he really wanted an opportunity, to prove himself, have a good account of himself, and you still think that he can do a lot better than he did. And I'm sure, persons who know him personally, persons who have seen him played over the years, know that he can definitely play at an elite level. I realized you said something about Javian Brown, but then if we go back to Manningsman point and listen to what Manningsman said, probably Javian Brown is not one of those persons who Tappa believe is for him. Remember, if we go by Manningsman, if we go by Manningsman assertion, Tappa play the players who believe will go out there and fight for him and basically quote unquote kill for him. And so and I told you before when he had called up Javon Watson to the squad. I told you before, because I know some personal footballers who know Javon Watson, and I know I saw a video on Facebook where he was in the bus, the back of the bus, singing tune and beating rhythm.
That's an old video though.
Yeah, I know it's an old video, but I'm saying that is literally one of his
Funny.
main. He's a vibes man. He's a vibes and he's a vibes master. Build the vibes no matter what the mood is. And Tapper rate the man probably like him own son. So as a reason, you might always have an opportunity for play. I agree with you with the starting lineup though. I never liked the Alvas thing, and I never liked Trevor Watson as well. I still think that I still think I'd give Maggie another chance. I still think I'd give Maggie another chance because I just believe that Maggie offers more than Fleming. That's me personally. I just even Maggie sometimes timid, sometimes don't defend. But I believe if I'm looking for a moment of magic, I believe I'll always get it from Maggie versus Fleming.
All right, Kems, you pointed out that, right? But I'm going to go back to Manningsman's point. Remember when he said that the coach is going with players that he believes
Mhm.
will die for him and kill for him?
Mhm.
Tyreek Magee isn't that type of player. He's not. Tyreek Magee is lazy.
No,
He's one of, he's one of the laziest player on the pitch. So you're already playing with Watson, who say not gonna give you a solid 90 minutes. You're
Mhm.
playing with Alva Spoil as a makeshift.
Mhm.
You're playing O'Neil Fisher, who hasn't looked at home any at all.
Mhm.
And then Bobby Reed look out of sorts when he's played on the right hand side. So
Mhm.
factor in all those five players, right? And then you're going to add Maggie to it. What do you think will happen? Midfield will
Uh,
get overrun easily.
I mean, as I say, and you can put it that way, but um, I think I think Maggie is pro Tapper.
Mhm.
I'm not really so sure about Junior. I'm really not so
But
sure
all
about.
right, Kems,
Mhm.
look at what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
Maggie would work in this team, but you know how? You see, had it been Anthony Grant, Devon Williams, and Terry Maggie, then you could see where that would make sense. But then it's Javon Watson, and as I said, Javon Watson is not the most mobile player, so don't expect that Javon Watson is going to fly into all sort of tackles and things like those. So that is the issue, right? So if you look at it from that standpoint, this team selection itself, and based on how we have gathered our Tappa is thinking, Eric Maggie wouldn't fit into this team.
All right, noted. Fair point.
Ryan, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing, boss?
Good, good.
All right, what's your take on the starting 11 on the side yesterday? Were you flabbergasted or is somewhat of what you expected?
Um, I expected Alvas to play centre back. I told you guys
Yeah,
Alvas
you
was
did.
going to play centre back because I remember the Caribbean Cup when we won it, he played as a centre back. So he's not a makeshift centre back. He actually plays the position. And the times that what I've seen from Alvas, I've seen him play centre back for Jamaica better than him play right back for Jamaica. So, and coaches already, they like players um, who they know. And he knows Alvas, so he's going to play. That wasn't a shock for me. I was expecting Watson not to start because he's near the 40 and you're playing him 2 games back to back for 90 minutes from the start, which to me should not have happened. But I guess he wanted him for his reasons, whatever they were. I would have preferred to have Grant and Speedy in the midfield, two mobile, robust um, central midfielders who can go back and forth easily. That never happened, but we move. Um, I would have liked Maggie to play as well, but in terms of the pressing game that Tappa wanted, Maggie would not have offered what Tappa would have wanted because, to be honest, this is like one of the first games in a long time I see Tappa get up and coach the team, especially when, in terms of the press, he was talking to them and said, "Get back, you need to get there." So whatever, whatever, whatever. So he was leading the press well, and I was listening to the players on the field, and I hear the goalie talking to them in terms of the press where they should be and all of that. So, and I also hear the midfielders and the defenders communicating. So there was some kind of communication being done in terms of how the press should be led and who should lead it from where and all of those things. And I was watching Roof as well, and Roof was doing very well in it. So I don't think the what what I don't know what that question is supposed to mean because Jamaica was pressing. So anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, so what Roof was doing, I don't think Maggie could have done in terms of getting back, getting to a low block, and then when Canada loses the ball, we try to break and catch them on the counter and those things. So yeah, I think Tappa had the players that he wanted for what he wanted to do. We would have liked Jamaica to have played a little bit more expressive, but for some reason they know why. I assume they know why they played how they wanted to play. I would have preferred us to play more open and try to get more chances, but for some reason we did not do that. But we created the best chances of the game. And if you're going to create 3 clear chances, you have to score one. Have
Okay.
to at least score one of those chances. I can't blame Flemings for his one because one hit the post from a very good header, and one was a goal line clearance. So you can't blame Flemings for that. The one that Roof took, if you're going to take that shot, you have to score it. You can't have a man to your left and a man to your right, and you take the shot and don't score. Those shots, we're not saying if you take the shot, but if you're going to take the shot, you have to score it because you have, especially Speedy was in a way better position. Speedy could have got the ball, one touch, bomb, score, and we win 1-0. So yeah, we got the better chances of the game. I won't say we played the better football, but we got the better chances, and we should have at least put away one of those chances.
All right. Mannings, man, I'm going to come back to you before I go to Demo. So, from a man that actually watched the game, in terms of Tappa, were you actually impressed by anything from coming from him yesterday versus what you have seen before in terms of he actually trying to, like your team needs some sort of inspiration and you as a coach can get up and try to inspire those players, and you saw any of that yesterday?
All right. Number one, Ryan said some of the things, and I think Kim's alluded to them. The anybody who said that Jamaica didn't press, at, like I'm lost. That's what the Canadian coach Herdman said. Said that the Jamaicans in the first half shut them down, wasn't allowing them any room on the pitch. They were coming at them fast, they were tackling, they were getting. That's what the Canadian coach says. So if we're going to come on a platform and say that we didn't press, like I don't know
Maybe
what.
management, maybe they're thinking that pressing means counter pressing, but pressing can also mean the other way as well. Mm.
Yes, I don't know, but that is what the Canadian coach says. Like I tell people, I'm no genius, but if the coach said it, then come on, we have to take it. All right, so
Yeah,
let's go.
you are a genius.
No, no, I'm not. Right, but that is what the coach said. But I will say this: there are a couple of things that Tappa did differently, and we can. And like I said, if a man is supposed to get fired, this would not be the game to fire him on. But you can fire him based on the result because most of us anticipated that Canada would beat us.
Truth.
You can say based on the performance, we didn't seem cohesive enough and blah blah blah. Analyze that and then fire him. But on the results, the truth is most of us expected him or the team to lose. So you have to give him credit because he kept Canada scoreless. I think this is probably the second scoreless game. Canada Canada has not lost a game yet. I think they are the except with Mexico are the only two teams to have not lost a game. All right, Canada has the best left-sided player in the entire CONCACAF, and
Oh,
Alphonso Davis is the best left, in my opinion, one of the best left-sided players in CONCACAF. I think Leon Bailey is probably and Christian Pulisic would probably contend for
But
who
I
is
would say
better.
best left back in CONCACAF.
yeah. To say best left sided, that would probably be a bit of a
Who is better?
stretch.
Who is better than him?
Best left back. Let's say that and move on.
No, no,
Because
man.
that
I'm just
He
asking like
doesn't play
who.
left back for Canada.
I'm asking who they put over him though in a left-sided position. Because Bailey
Mhm.
plays better on the right.
But
So
this
who? So I'm just trying to find out who is better than him.
All right. You
Just
mentioned
give me a
Pulisic,
couple.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Even Lozano for Mexico. Wouldn't you say those guys are perform better as a left winger? That's why, as Ryan said, better give him as a left back, but as a left winger, you'd say those guys are better than him.
You think okay, so Pulisic at Chelsea is better than Alphonso Davies at Bayern Munich. All right, I'll give you that. Not a problem.
No, listen
But
again. The
you see,
position that
that's why
he
I said to just a
that
left back and
that's
we move
that
on,
that is why I didn't say left back or left wing. I said left sided player. I didn't name a position. I said the side of the field
All right.
because on the,
He's one of the best left sided players
because
then.
because he's good
Huh.
in the phases of the game. He's better than Pulisic in the defensive phase of the game,
He's a
and
left
better
back,
than
so yes.
all right. No, all right. So he's better than Pulisic and Lozano in the defensive phase of the game, and in the offensive phase of the game, I don't think they are way ahead of him. Like they're not leaps and bounds ahead of him. So when you add but in the defensive end, he's way ahead of them. So when you add the phases, when you come onto the left side, you can say all of these players are better than him in the attacking end. But when you put together both phases of the game, defending and attacking, I think he comes out, in my opinion. But let's
man,
move on.
hold on the left one. Hold on.
Go ahead, man.
So my next man, I remember an argument the other day, right? I
Yeah.
remember, and you can tell me if I'm reaching. I have no problem with that, right? But I remember the argument the other day that yours truly Demo had, right? And Demo was saying that he is comparing goals and assists versus goal. He's comparing goal contributions versus goals alone. And you guys or I think Manning's man was the one who was having a fit against it. But I believe now. you are going off the same technicality, talking about left
Yeah,
side,
that's fine.
talking about left-sided player, talking about okay, one man better defensively, but other people better offensively. And when you add the phases together, I believe it was the same argument Demo was making. Yeah, I could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just saying things always come back around full circle.
No,
So
this has not gone 360. You have just taken a 45-degree, not 360. And here's why: because the amount of games that have been played was my primary.
all right, yeah.
All right, so let's go back to the game. So I don't buy this idea that Fisher is not good because Alphonso Davies had a bad day. Like the fact that Fisher was out there contributed to that, because if nobody was in front of him,
No, let us be honest. There were some plays where Fisher had Alphonso Davis on because I saw
yeah,
Davis trying to break away a few times and
yeah,
Fisher caught him up
exactly,
and take away the ball from him or block the
Ex-
shots or what have you. So you can't say Fisher. For
yeah,
a man that took an early yellow card, Fisher played
exactly.
very well.
Exactly. And again, it was being double teamed. Most times, all right, how Canada break out from into counter attack? They put two persons over on the side that Fisher is every time, because they're coming down the left with Alphonso Davies. So they double up on that side. And they only created one chance. So you cannot just say, oh, Fisher never played good because Alphonso Davies had a bad day. You can't say it's because the pitch was bad. Like, hello, I mean, Canada know what the pitch was like. They trained on it. When we go to Canada, when we go to the other places, the weather may not be the most convenient. Their inconveniences. He plays in the Champions League. He's not going to play on good fields every day or the same kind of field at the Allianz Arena and stuff. So you have to give players credit, because if there was no left back, if there was no right back playing on the field, then guess what? Then the man would have had the free. The fact that he couldn't just go down and score mean that just Fisher's presence made a difference, right? So let's not get into that whole thing. Give people credit, because when they don't play well, we criticize them. So we have to give them credit for what they have done. Again, I think that the coach must get some credit, because when the changes are about to be made, here's what happened. Here's what happened. Everybody said, bring on Javian Brown, and people shouting, bring on Brown, bring on Brown, bring on Brown, yeah! And what the coach did not. And guess what? It worked. It worked. So now you can't criticize him because it worked. In fact, Javon Watson looked better at centre back than anywhere else on the field that he was occupying, because he wasn't playing CDM.
You know why? Because him don't have to run up and down as much.
Exactly, Ryan.
And you know
Exactly.
why? You know why? Because there was the monster right in front of him shielding him. Anthony Grant. Just
Yeah.
saying. But Demo, what's your thought on the
Hold on,
game,
just a
man?
question. Is Grant out for the next game?
Grant?
No,
No.
Did he take a yellow against Mexico or anything like that?
no.
Or he didn't? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But Demo, go ahead now.
But
What's your thought on it?
Figure is out for the captain and the centre back. One of the
Yeah,
The
yeah,
raise almost 40, so either you're not.
yeah. All right. So for me, I'm not sure what everybody else is saying. First of all, big up everybody in the comment section and big up the panels. I don't know if Kems is here of technicality because he don't really understand Jamaican football, but we move. So first of all, I hope that a lot of people give Tappa the credit that he deserves. I was all over Facebook saying that I have finally given way to saying Tappa out because the lineup, first of all, was baffling to me. And then he only compounded things when Alvas came off and him decided to say, okay, I'm not going to use Speedy and Grant in the midfield, but I'm going to put Watson in a centre back and do some madness. So I was kind of confused, and at that point in time, I was losing it. Like, you can't do that, Tapper. you know everybody depend your back and you can't do stuff like that. Like you literally try, you look like you try to get fired. You know what I mean? But obviously you got a result. Would have liked to win, but we got a point and we have to just take it and move. I hear people saying that we got the better chances. I don't think we did. Our boy Liam Miller from Liverpool got a clear cut shot that Andre Blake pulled out a marvelous save from point blank range. I guess that cancelled out the Flemings one. And remember Alphonso Davies getting a chance early up in the first half that he barely scraped past the post and he was like at the penalty spot. I think those were two clear-cut chances for Canada that they should have scored. And, I thought they had the better chances. But why I want to give Tappa a lot of credit as well. A lot of people are going to come and they're going to tell you that Bobby Reid didn't play well. But I'm going to tell you, by design, Bobby Reid had a lot of defensive work to do with Fisher along that side with Davis. And I thought that really, because if you watch the game again, you will see Bobby Reid doing a lot of defensive work. And I thought that he was excellent helping out Fisher with Alphonso Davis. And that also contributed to why Davis never have a spectacular game. You know what I mean? And Bobby Reid made that cross for Flemings as well. So people only leave Bobby Reid alone have a lot more defensive work to do than what he would have normally done. I thought Roof again was one of the guys who played well for me. Ryan say him should have scored or pass. I thought the shot was the best decision. Roof scored those to Rangers. I can't fault him for trying that effort, and it wasn't like it was miles away. When you check back the replay, it was just over the crossbar. I don't think passing to Speedy would have done nothing because none of think Speedy I could take a shot. But I thought Roof was the best option to take that shot. And another criticism for me was Andre Gray not coming on sooner. I thought that he's somebody who will hold up the ball and get people into play much easier than everybody else. And both of their winning headers here and there, but he never as effective. And for me, that's one of the worst game for Jamaica. You can tell by how he came off. Management tell us that he broke up the cheer and broke up all of these things when he come off, and he was very upset. He was at the game, so he knows. But I thought that's one of his
I
worst.
get him arrested,
Yeah, and so I thought Gray should have come on. And people are criticizing Tappa's substitutions in terms of who he brought on. I don't know what else they want him to do. Where chase a goal, him bring on a striker, him bring on Javanese, and I don't remember who else he brought on. But
Jamal Lowe.
And Lowe, yeah. So he made attacking substitutions trying to win the game. You know what I mean? So for me, we take the point. We wanted to win, got to performance, but Canada, they were missing a lot of star players, and probably we should have capitalized. But I'll take a point and we move. We just need to beat the next person, and we're right in the mix again.
All right, Kems, I'm going to ask you this question. You have seen Leon Bailey for Jamaica, and you have seen Kemar Roof. Out of the two, which one has looked better for Jamaica?
In my humble opinion, Kemar Roof. Humble opinion.
I said Roof look better than Bailey.
To me, the thing is for me is that, like, I've never seen a talent fall off that much playing international football. Like, I've just never seen it before. Like, if you look, even right now when him did play for Aston Villa before he got hurt, I've never seen that Bailey played for Jamaica, not even 1/5 of that Bailey. Me, personally, never. So, I'd have to say Roof for me, for sure.
Okay. All right, so here's a comment from...
Let me just say this. These people who saying this need to go and check how many times has Canada defeated Jamaica in World Cup qualifiers, home and away. Check that. Right. Check that and then come and talk.
When people saying the pitch was very poor, the pitch was not very poor. The pitch was okay.
Let them go and tell me home and away.
We have seen worse pitches than this at stadium. But for those of us who watch football from back then, this is not the poorest pitch.
All I'm saying is that these people who are talking about cannot pitch poor since the 1998 campaign, go and check from that time up to yesterday how many times Canada has defeated Jamaica in World Cup qualifying, home and away.
No,
All
but
right.
wait,
The
Canada
Canada, the
alone they
Canada,
play on the pitch.
well, I
We
know
they
the
play on
Canada,
the same pitch.
no, the English-based players in Jamaica team are not accustomed to that kind of pitch same way. And cannot listen. Most of the Canadian players they play for Toronto on artificials. I don't understand it. Let me go a little further. The Canadian coach did not speak about the surface. He spoke about the pressing game by the Jamaicans and the aggressive
Well,
play.
My Jamaican acquaintances in Canada said on Canada TV they were bashing the pitch.
Okay. No,
All
well,
right. So
But
yeah,
but to be fair, the pitch was not great, but it wasn't the worst pitch I have seen National Stadium produce. I've
all
been
right. So,
watching Jamaica football from 90 something, and this is nowhere close to the worst pitch.
all right. So yeah, Shrek saying that this match was nothing to be proud of. The only reason Canada didn't beat us was because the pitch was very poor and they couldn't cope with the conditions. So they played it safe and still we couldn't win.
All right. So hold on. Let me say something about
Okay,
this.
cool. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Hold on. Say something about this, right? And you know me, I'm one of the biggest. Can call it whatever, Tappa, Tappa, whatever you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to call it.
Tappa hater. Nobody
But,
gonna fear that Tappa hater.
all right. You know, you gotta stop talking with a turn and you gotta have some manners for your elders, right? All right. So this is my thing now with Jamaica. You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. If Jamaica lose that match yesterday and say them play superb, but them lose 1-0. Them same people come complain, Lord of mercy, them could even draw the game, man. Them know so them not good enough for Canada. Them could even just play back and draw the game. All right. So them draw the game now. Then Lord God, them only draw the game because of this. Like it is never good enough for Jamaican people. Like I don't know what else. And this is I don't know if it's a disease, a virus, I don't know what it is. But it seems like it's just never good enough. If I'm a guarantee you against Honduras, if Jamaica win, you're gonna hear another reason why Jamaica win. It's never say Jamaica win because they played good enough to win or they played good enough to draw. You know, I
I'm
kind
glad
of
Figaro out.
I'm glad you're
But
seeing
here
that,
was
man.
Figaro out. That's why Jamaica win.
All
I'm
yeah.
right.
glad you're seeing that.
All right. So yes, Pepper Paul saying that I've seen worse pitch even in Europe, and I can say yet to that because I mean the pitch that Germany played against North Macedonia today, it wasn't the best of pitches. I was looking at it and I was like, now I understand why the North Macedonian League is the way it is. They don't normally have a team qualifying for Europa League and those sort of leagues because the pitch down there are some of the worst. So
So let me ask. So when Panama came on the same poor pitch and gave Jamaica 3, and it wasn't the pitch never stopped Panama from scoring. Canada is this big old
Exactly.
Canada is this big old team that was supposed to give Jamaica 5 and 4, right? But Panama could have scored 3 goals on this terrible pitch. This pitch that is not good. That pitch was bumpy, and Panama, without Alfonso Davis, scored 3 goals. And this big old bad Canada team throw history out the window. They were supposed to give Jamaica 4 and 5, and they trained on the pitch, and they came the next day and they couldn't score a goal. And it is because the pitch was
I
so
can
bad.
I, I can defend them. It
Yeah,
could
go
be
ahead.
said that Panama beat Jamaica by 3 goals because Jamaica was playing with pure Englishman and them man and they used to the pitch none at all.
I
Oh,
can tell you this. The pitch
Canada
did
wasn't
not
at full strength, neither was Jamaica.
yeah. The pitch did not affect Alfonso Davis when he kicked the shot from the penalty spot that went
yeah.
right
So
past the
if
post,
Canada,
and it did not affect Liam Miller when Andre Blake made that save.
all right. So let me ask you this: if Canada defeated us by a goal to nil, would we come out and say the pitch was bad?
Fans in the comment section, go ahead and answer that.
I don't.
But
And
yes, sure,
listen.
get it.
I am not here praising the Jamaican performance, because there were problems with the team. What I'm saying is that if all the Jamaican players were off the field and the goal was empty and they had to just dribble the ball and score on this bad pitch, they would have full up the goal.
Mhm.
All right. The fact that 11 players were out there affected the Canadian performance. even if the field was bad. Because when they were warming up, when no Jamaicans were tackling them, they weren't having any problem kicking the ball from 18, 20, 30 yards in the back of the net.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, Shrek again saying that the ball was bowling all over the place. They will beat us in the return leg. Throw history out the window because this is a much improved Canadian team compared to previous bunch in the past.
That person was not at the stadium. They were watching something different on TV. Tell me one ball that was an opportunity for Canada that they didn't score because the ball bumped up.
All right. I agree with the last part of that comment in terms of Canada. Canada is a
That is
far
the
way
only
improved team.
part. That is the only part I agree with. I was going to say the same thing.
All right, and here is Karimba saying that false comparison, Mannings man. You say man said Canada only made it to the octagonal due to politics. For Panama match, Jay played with two six sides basically on one field.
I don't. Somebody, I don't. Break
Huh?
that down for me. I don't understand that.
So let me read it back over again. He's saying false comparison, Mannings man. You same one said Canada only made it to the octagonal due to politics. For Panama match,
So
JA played with two six sides basically on one field.
I still don't understand like how that connect with the pitch.
All right, so Karamba, I think you need to explain yourself a
Yeah,
bit more so
I don't know.
they could understand it.
It was normally six, and the CONCACAF president now is a Canadian. He
Mm.
opened up the thing so two other teams could qualify. So I don't know what that have to do with the pitch.
And here's Jason saying that no, it wouldn't. The fact of the matter is, a lot of Jamaicans were predicting domination from Canada, and it just didn't materialize. So, as Manningsman has been saying, what a lot of people actually predicted never happened. So, you have to try to piggyback on other things now to
Yeah,
actually let the argument
they can't
flip.
just say they did wrong. Yeah, one of them think that. They
Yeah,
think it's an attack against them if them say them wrong.
yeah. But overall, I mean, it wasn't the best of games, as you said, from Jamaica. But they got a point against a team that I never expected to get any against. As I said at the top of the show, it's how they move on from this because that's already in the past. That was yesterday. So they have to look forward to the game against Honduras. Now we know that Damian Lowe will be back. So we won't be seeing any Jeff Van Watson as centre back. Jamaica's best centre back
Are
over
Are you
here.
sure?
Exactly.
About that, I am not sure. But
Yeah, it might look at Mariapa and say, oh, you're 35 now, we can't play a 3 game in a row.
anything possible. But with that being said, though, as I said, they get a point against this Canadian team. Wasn't lost in this phase as yet. Now, how do they look forward to that game? What do you think could be Tappa's approach to this game? Because, I mean, we said it before, 4 points was the minimum throughout these
You
three
have to go
games.
for the win against Honduras. There's no choice but to go for the win against Honduras.
All right, so
There's no choice. There's nothing else I
based on
can
what you
do.
saw yesterday, Ryan,
Huh?
based on what you saw yesterday, what changes do you think that could possibly be made, or what do you think the coach can alter to actually get a win against Honduras?
All right, you can the centre back, that Low after coming back. So it's Low and Mariapa for me. Um, Up top, maybe I'll give Andre Gray a start. If Nicholson can operate from a wide area as well. So it's not that him can't play there. It's like a Kemaru who can play centre forward and out wide. Um, I would look at giving Gray a start because his whole play might be needed in an away game like that. Um, maybe not play Bobby Reid and play Tariq Magee. Maybe those are the only. Oh, and definitely Speedy and Grant in midfield.
Okay.
I think we won't have Low either, as in
Oh,
Jamal.
Jamal? Okay. Because it was said
What
that
happened to Jamal?
two games he would have played, they said.
Yeah, in club must say ask him, man.
Yeah. All right. So, Manningsman, this is the explanation that I got for the earlier comment. It said that JH had a more cohesive team, not in regards to the pitch against Canada, Against Panama, we had two teams on the field, not one. Man, them never get the time to gel one training session together after Mexico.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't understand how that relate. I'm trying to figure out what,
So
because the conversation I was having was about the pitch. So is the person saying that the pitch never affected Panama? They scored 3 goals because Jamaica wasn't cohesive.
Yeah, probably that's what he
That's
said.
what I'm getting from the
All
comment.
right. So the team that played with Alvas Powell being injured, Javon Watson playing centre back, was way more cohesive. Is that what we're saying? And they were more cohesive, so that is why the bad pitch condition helped Jamaica. That, like, it still don't make any sense unless I'm missing some. Like, I'm trying to see the connection between the team being cohesive in one game and not being cohesive in the other game. How that connects with the pitch condition, unless the person is making a completely
All right.
different.
So
So
Morning's
explain
one.
it to me. Yeah.
What I gather from further reading the comment, I think the person is trying to say that the team that played against Mexico, not Mexico, I mean Panama, they
Yeah.
had no experience whatsoever of playing on the pitch, and they only got one training session and under their belt
They did
on the
not.
track.
They did not.
no,
I'm just saying what the person said.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
just
ahead.
repeating. So vis-a-vis this particular team, even though yes they had Javon Watson playing wherever, Alvas play wherever, these guys are used to the Jamaican pitch conditions, so it never took them the amount of time that it would have taken those English guys to become acclimatized to the conditions of the pitch. So that's what I gather from the comment.
I
Okay, so
don't.
let me help you, right? The first goal that Panama scored, it was a ball that the midfielder took from Kemar Roof. He dribbled and he kicked it from outside the box. What I'm saying to you is that the pitch had nothing to do with him scoring or not scoring. In fact, if the ball didn't bump up or else it would not have gone in. The second goal was a open header, nothing to do with the pitch. I am saying that Canada didn't even have a header towards the goal. They could have tried to score aerially. If playing the ball on the surface is a problem, and they were supposed to give Jamaica 6, love,
Mm-hmm.
Alphonso Davis couldn't make one square in the air. What the pitch had to do with him squaring a ball in the air for Jonathan David, because this is a team that people said were 6 goals better than Jamaica. Why you're 6 goals better than Jamaica and you can't even square a ball? Canada win none of the aerial balls. Either way, when they get corners, every single one was won by the Jamaican defense. The
Mm-hmm.
pitch did not affect them taking the corner.
All right, put it this way, put it next way. Mariappa plays in England, his professional career in England. Why when Mariappa kick off one of the ball, he never miss? Since the pitch is that bad.
All right, but it could be said that Mariappa has been playing with Jamaica for a long while, so Mariappa knows what the Jamaican pitch is like. I'm just going by I'm just
This
going
this
by what
this
the
pitch
argument
thing,
is being made.
this pitch thing no make no sense, boss. Like it never affect the game.
Exactly.
Listen, the Azteca, I bet if I tell people that the Azteca conditions affected Jamaica against Mexico. It was raining, high altitude, the pitch was slippery, and most of the players were not accustomed to playing in Azteca. The only reason why Mexico beat us is because of the high altitude. I want to know if these people are going to agree with that.
No, they won't.
They won't,
They'll
because
find.
Mexico beat us because you're better than us. It had nothing to do with the conditions.
Yep.
But if Canada don't beat us in Jamaica, it must be the conditions.
I already tell you. I already tell you
So
them.
I can't win. So I'm going to leave the argument.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, Chirac saying that Panama is used to play. Hold on. Panama is used to pitch like ours. The Canadians aren't used to these type of pitches. I can also say it was like Jamaica was the away team at the office because the England men, just like the Canadian, weren't used to it. So basically, that is what we just discussed.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Great logics.
here's Anthony saying that this allowed US to move the ball quicker, which resulted in the USA winning the game. And a better pitch, the Canadians would have moved the ball faster, which would have increased their chances. So he's saying that the pitch somewhat affected the Canadians.
And then
But
and
you
if
know,
and,
but you know, there's this thing called home field advantage.
Mhm.
Normally, you're supposed to bet on your own pitch, and you're supposed to know your pitch. Is not home field advantage never just come about because all pitches are equal enough.
so let me
That's
ask you
true.
this.
So even
What
in Europe, when you have home field advantage, is because pitches have different dynamics, don't it?
Ryan, let me ask you a question, Ryan. When Jamaica is preparing we complain about cricket. We don't want to go too far. Because all these people out here preparing the pitches and they know that the West Indian can't play spin. Right? So we are supposed to prepare the pitches for our benefit. Now, say
True.
the people at the stadium prepare the pitch for Jamaica's benefit. We cussing same way. Like, what are we supposed to do?
So,
Fix the
Kems, go
pitch so
ahead.
that we're supposed to fix the pitch so Canada can play better on it than us.
so that
And then,
no, so that it can suit the narrative. Say Jamaica not good. That's it.
right?
Wallings, man, you never listened to what I said from the get go. I said that because they expected Canada to whop up Jamaica and that never happened, they're going to nitpick and find other things to piggyback on to suit their narrative. So don't expect that narrative to change. But we move forward and ask Ryan already. Demo, what do you think is the next move? And you're now the coach because as the man referred to you as and then call it Tappa and back. I don't you are anymore because you kind of jump off a bit yesterday. But looking at it logically, a win is all that's needed. Now, how do they go about getting that win?
Yeah. So I don't think top. Oh, you say I'm the coach. All right. So if I am the
Think
coach,
like Tappa.
no. If I am the coach,
You're the coach, man.
I'm definitely playing obviously Damien Lowe and Maria at centre back. I'm not sure Alvaspor will be ready for this game. So listen, Javian Brown is itching to play. I watched an interview with him earlier today. He's itching to play. He said he was willing to play centre back, left back, or right back. And I told guys, the man could have played centre back and debut, but no, they never want to listen versus US. But anyway, that's a different story. So I would go. I mean, Fisher played well, but I would definitely go with Javian Brown for this game because he seems ready to play. Taxi as well will play. Grant and Speedy at the holding positions, and I'm gonna play Bobby Reed as a 10. That's just me. Everybody want Maggie, but for me, more limit the defensive work where Bobby Reed have to do for Jamaica so far and give him that role as a 10. And then may play Andre Gray hold the ball. We will have no low. So I have to go with Roof and who else left? Roof,
Boza.
Gray. No, Bowser can't play on the wing. Who to start Bowser?
Flemings, Maggie.
Flemo, yes, Flemo. So
Okay.
Flemo, Gray, and Roof as the team. We can bring off Bowser off at the bench because I didn't think he had a great game. I mean since him scored the other day, I don't think he might play that well.
But let us
So
be frank, Demo. It's something that you and I discussed before. Personally, for me, whenever Shamar Nicholson started, doesn't play well.
yeah,
Shamar Nicholson has looked better
but
for Jamaica coming off the bench.
well, not
That's
not
just
all
me.
the time, but yeah.
Most of the times that I've seen him played good, it's off the bench. But
Yeah, so that
um,
would be my team.
okay, Games. Now I'm going to switch the conversation a bit. Now,
Ah,
if it happens that Jamaica fail to get at worst case scenario, a point, so they end up losing, where do they go from here? Do they fire the coach?
um, do they fire the coach? I think this man should have been fired all long ago. So I think that's kind of rhetorical for me. But all right, if I look on a different landscape, I would say it also depends on how the team, right? How the team play, um, the heart of the team, the energy of the team, the fight of the team, right? Because Jamaica can go out there and ball Honduras, and get a one love, a soft football go, right? So I'm looking for how the team are play, how they rally around whatever the coach's instructions are, but how they go out there and how they execute football. If I see them out there playing inspired and thing and them lose, boy, I say, all right, Tappa done there, say, I'm gonna make him finish out the campaign. Yeah. But if them go out there, them look lethargic, them lackadaisical, nobody no want to run for the ball, nobody going in 50-50 tackles, everybody just ball watching and so on, just look like, say, on a World Cup qualifiers and is a friendly, then yeah, but that's a through the door. But I think they'll get a result against Honduras. I don't know what the result will be, but I think they'll get a result, sure.
So Kims, so if the lethargic and all of that stuff, and Jamaica win the game off our own goal
Mm-hmm.
and get the 3 points, you still want to coach out?
No, he's good.
Okay.
He's good. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day is
Result.
results, right? Result of the thing. But I'm telling you, if Jamaica win, you see the same Facebook people would then comment, the Facebook coaches, them will come and they must say, boy, Jamaica not deserve for win and them lucky and all of them something. But it's a results business, this. One goal or 5 love, 6 love, or even 1 love, are still 3 points on the board.
Wow, it's a results business.
All right,
Okay.
Kim. All right, Kim. So one correction is a major correction.
Mhm.
The thing upgrade now. They are no longer Facebook coaches. They are now YouTube coaches.
YouTube, all right. So then,
Yeah, man. Manning's man done farm the club already now. YCA. YouTube Coaches Association. Now,
YouTube.
Manning's on a more serious matter. No, they go out there, deliver performance. Yeah, they said it the other day, and I believe the information was provided by one of the senior editors at Gleaner in terms of one of their senior man getting information. I said that Tappa was given an ultimatum of 5 points. No, that's not possible anymore. That's totally out of the window. No, if he end up that Tappa get 4 points, right? Or at worst, 1 point from these 3 games. Do you think that JFF will keep him on as a coach or they'll start searching elsewhere?
If I know what JFF would do, Tappa would do, and the players would do, probably I would have some more money than I have right now.
Now, my yeah, personal belief, man.
No, but let me just say this, right? The truth is that Honduras and Jamaica have been the two worst teams in probably the last 8 months in CONCACAF. All right. Even El Salvador, who kind of crept in, have looked a whole lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
All right. Honduras has conceded 8 goals. Jamaica has conceded 8 goals. Honduras has scored 2 goals. Jamaica has scored 2 goals. So they both have -6. All right. Um. So I think uh, like I don't like to call for people to lose their jobs because it's a man livelihood. You understand me? In any position. So I'm not one to come on any platform. I've
And
never
his
done
man
it.
results business.
Yeah, but I mean, I people say, well, I don't want Arteta out. That's a man jobs, bro, and it's his job. And if I were in there, would I want to be kicked out? No, but sometimes people make decision. I'll say this though: the team is, in my opinion, the team is not playing better. Even though they got a result, they're not. I, I haven't seen any improvement in how the team play from Saudi Arabia to this point. Like, I'm trying to find out what has improved. Have we improved defensively? I can't say so. Have we improved offensively? I can't say so. Have we improved in the middle of the park? I can't say that. So when I look at all of that, I could understand them relieving the coach of his duties because if the team were playing like if we played well against the USA and lost by 1, if we just even in Costa Rica, I don't think we had a great game. We got a result. In Mexico, it's not that we played a great game. The result was just close and we were in the game. In the Gold Cup, it's not like we were playing some good football in the Gold Cup and we just barely miss out. We weren't playing good,
And we
and
barely missed it.
Yeah, and that is my issue. My issue is the team, no matter what squad the coach select, no matter how he sets them up, no matter what personnel is used, the team is not improving. So the only thing that has not changed in this period from Saudi Arabia to now is the coach and the JFF. Who
All
can
right.
we?
Let me just answer something to what I see one of the panelists say, Anthony Henry, regarding the squad selection consistency. All the CONCACAF teams have that same reality. Mexico in the first window and this window, basically they did not have a consistent squad. USA the same thing. USA don't have Pulisic and Reina, and they had to bring in Pepe and some other young players. They don't have a consistency. Most of these, if not all the CONCACAF teams, have the same reality. So to say that is the reason why Jamaica, I don't think that excuse should fly.
No,
So,
but Ryan,
let me just
I
finish up
I
this.
don't think Manningsman is basing it off just these games
Yeah.
that has gone on. Remember that he stretched it far as back as Gold Cup, So I don't think he's just
Saudi Arabia, from the
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia
Arabia,
as a matter of fact.
the point
From
I'm
them.
making is that no matter who the personnel on the field are, the team is not improving. So watch my point now. So you can't. That means it's not the players, because no matter what players you use, the results are, and the play is not getting better. So you have to now check who have we not changed. We have not changed the JFF, and we have not changed the coach. Everything else has changed except the coach and the JFF. Who can we change right now? We can't change the JFF, so that leaves us with one other person or one other change to try. That is the point I'm making.
All right.
What
So,
is the point you're making? You know,
so
see,
you're saying that you're saying that you don't like to call for the coach's job. You're indeed calling for the coach's job.
Indirectly.
Indirect.
Yeah, I
Why?
don't want to say directly.
But I did a video earlier, a 9-minute video. Hope that you guys actually watched it. And if you haven't, ensure that you go on the channel and watch the video, man. Where I was talking about, I was saying that I personally believe that the reason why Tappa still is at the helm is because of the amount of money that he has demanded. Right? You know that if it was a next coach of, let's say, a higher caliber that they went for, that coach would have probably demanded twice or probably triple times what Tappa is currently
Yeah.
getting. As is being said, he's currently getting US $5,000, which equates to around roughly 700,000 Jamaican dollars, right? So if you're going for a coach overseas, or probably say a Miguel Coley, who a lot of people actually want to take over this team, Miguel Coley not going to leave his job with Winfred Schaefer to come here for that. He's not going to. So I personally believe that it's because of JFF lack there of money, and because of what Tappa is willing to accept why he's still in the job. And they're probably looking at it and saying that it's not a case as if there is anyone in Jamaica far way superior to him, because yeah, we might say Neverbell, but that man don't want the coaching job. So Neverbell is out of the equation.
Never be the same fly at all. So,
Exactly.
so hold on there. So let me ask a question, right? And probably you can tell me. How you say why you say Coley gonna now leave him?
Why I said that?
Yeah.
I'm asking a question, James. You're in a job that you're getting at least 5 times what I am getting.
Yeah.
You're going to leave your job to come take up my job.
It depends. Like all right. So this is the thing, right? You have some people who just really love them country, and everything and all is about money, and the man can probably make enough money now. Him
Um,
feel like
Hems, then normally you don't normally do that when you're at Coley's age. You normally do that later in your career.
And
what
let's also point.
International coaches that coach at the club level, them normally take on international job later in their career.
And let's also point out that
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
acting based on information that I got as well.
okay, well, okay.
I don't know, say
Yeah.
as a good media house personality, I can't reveal my source.
That's it. That is
Yeah.
correct.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was just sorry. I got distracted by the Gordon thing because I just saw it too. But that's football, and my Baltimore Ravens are down badly. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
make a point,
turn out.
Lepan.
go ahead.
No,
All right, so as I was saying though, guys, you can go and check out the video, man, if you haven't watched it, because I kind of discussed it somewhat. And as I was saying, it's because of the low demand, and probably you're looking at it and say that there's not anyone better, because people talk about Jerome Waite, Donovan Dookie, and all those guys. I don't think they are all that either. Donovan Dookie, yeah, we know that he's one of them that he might do well with Jamaica in some friendlies, but it's when it comes on to this same stage that we're struggling, that's where Donovan Dookie is going to
Donovan
flop.
Ducky can be the good with the youth team.
That's one. And two, as I pointed out, Donovan Dookie is going to take them to this stage, and when it matters most, he's going to go into a meltdown.
But I
That's
give you
Normal, as him normally do.
no, but
exactly.
so I have a question. I have a question about, because based on what Manningsman said, his problem is the quality of the football that he's playing, not the results per se, the quality of the football, right? So, and you're saying that Dookie will bring us to the same place and meltdown. But do you think that this Dookie dude will improve the quality of the football, where you can actually see an identity, you can see the team playing or whatever culture on the ask for? Do you think this Dookie person can do it?
Not really. Maybe different. Maybe we'll play a little bit different, but in terms of a higher quality, no, I don't think so.
Listen. Everybody in Jamaica now, them just fall in love with Craig Butler talking, and it's Craig Butler them want to come and take over the team. Because Craig Butler tell them, so them are gonna have this philosophy, and them are gonna have this
The
what
right?
quadratic press.
Demo, you're taking over Kim's position now. Why are you being a froggy? I was going to get
Sorry, continue.
but let's move on to him now. I was there and I was watching him on Manny's Man show the other day. Heard all he was saying. But if there's one thing I've become accustomed to, people will talk all that sweet talk when they're not in the position.
Yep,
It's when they end up being in the position, he's going to be a total different person. And
yep.
I was here and I was attacking his points, but Manningsman was into the interview, so Manningsman wasn't paying attention. I was using that profile. All right, first up, you're saying that, oh, you have man from back then when it appeared Portmore United players to see in the team and this and that. If Craig Butler takes over JFF, we are going to see an influx of Phoenix Academy players. And
Yep.
no matter you can tell about no, if a player is good enough, he's going to. We're an
Yep.
idiots, man. We are fools. We know this man by now. And Craig Butler is not someone that is held accountable for things sometimes.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
The
So
big
you see all this charade and all this sweet talk is just for fans
And
to.
this thing about philosophy takes 15 to 20 years to develop. You don't just get up and have a philosophy tomorrow morning.
What the man
Philosophy,
tell Mannings man say a system can be done in a couple hours. And
philosophy, you start from grassroots and inculcate it in the youth, and then bring it into the under 17s, and then they come to, and then they matriculate it to the senior level. You don't just get up a morning and say, oh, here's philosophy. See it here, play with it.
all right, so this is my thing. This is my thing about every time I've heard that gentleman talk, him talk about the same thing. Talk about the same quadratic everywhere him go, him talk about the same thing, him come on the same show, talk about the same thing, Management show, same thing, KLA, same thing, this and that, right? And I'll give him one thing. He's a brother who can talk. Me give him that.
True.
He's a brother who can talk, and many Jamaicans are very gullible. So they tell them yes, Craig Butler for the job. Especially them feel like them they're in desperate times right now. However, there's one thing. I don't know this man personally. I've only seen him talk on the shows, right? But if there's one thing I realize with this man is that he has a lot of ego. Ego big like out a door. And I think that alone for me would have disqualified him from this position. Just that alone, because if we're gonna get rid of Tappa, right, and all our Tappa flaws and every little thing that people talk about Tappa and so. But if it's one thing I see happening with Tappa is that GFF do a lot to him. GFF put a little hammer upon him, certain way where him kinda in a chokehold and so. And I think there'll be a lot of contention between Mr. Butler and the GFF, a lot of contention between some of the players who probably thinks that them for the team or them for a play, but he might play this person. And I don't think he would have dealt with it on a professional level. So I just don't think this man. Me personally, make him go and do him Phoenix thing and
Fully
then him
agree. Fully agree.
and
All
them
right.
like,
All right, man is man. We know say your friend, and we know say him come on your show and all of these things. And we not beat him, you know. But this
Bridget,
is
Tappa is my friend.
okay. But me talk about Sir
All right,
Craig. We
Demo.
know
Before
Craig.
before we move on, Team Demo.
You,
Craig
you,
Butter
you,
come on
you
the
know,
show. We never hold back no punches from either. So we're just going to go ahead and say whatever. So
so
Manning's
what?
bad and
No,
Demo
let me
can.
just say this, Dim. You know that
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking to Alfredo Montesa because he's my friend,
Okay. We know
right?
say have beer links, you know. Me
He's my
just say
friend. So he just got a new job in Italy, and so I'm going to be talking to him. He's my friend, and he would want the job too. But people going to
Oh.
criticize. People going to criticize him as well.
Remind me,
Mm.
who was Manchester again? He was at Mobile. Remind me.
No, Montesa coach the national team. Alfredo, remember he used to coach.
Huh? I don't remember him.
Yeah,
Remember
man.
Clovis de Oliveira? I don't
Right.
remember Manchester.
Yeah, man. Alfredo Montesa was the last. Wasn't he the last? After Clovis, he came on.
We know the
I
name, but
never
And he
Laurent
was
when
in
again?
he was in Montego Bay as well.
I, I remember the mob. I think I remember Mobe.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
never Lorenzo or whatever his name was.
but here's the thing, Zine, and here's the thing. I disagree with Kems in terms of him saying that Craig is not going to be professional. One thing about Craig, he's very professional. When him take him team and stuff, the man thing professional, very organized, and you have facts there to prove it. Just the other day, if you're watching stuff, the man say no, must see 11 youths gone to Aston Villa and all over England from in Phoenix Club. All of them gone for trials and stuff like that. So Team Phoenix thing, it's very
I
professional.
don't think Kems is referring from that perspective.
No,
He's
no,
talking
I'm
about
getting there. I'm getting there. So what
Okay,
I'm
cool.
saying is, I don't expect that to change when him come to Jamaica if him get the thing. The only problem is, like you mentioned, the man ego boss. Him and JFF already not on good terms. Him still a whole grudge from the whole banning and cassava banning and all of that stuff. And him man not even like him or Roof. You know? The man
I know.
the man tell management say it's not a matter of fact that him don't like Roof. But I listen to the man talk and say, oh, that one who is wearing Leon Bailey's number 7. Like, bro, what? You mean Leon
Really?
Bailey's number
All right,
7?
Demo, just stick up in. Let me give Ryan a little education. So Alfredo Montesa was the technical director and he was also assistant to Rene Simoes.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
in 2013 he resigned
There
as
you have it.
technical director because he had some problem with Schaefer thing.
Yep.
I think
That was it.
Schaefer never wanted him to tell him anything, basically. So he
Yep.
resigned. So he never lose the job, he just resigned. But he always said that he would come back to coach Jamaica if he was ever called up.
Lazzaroni is who I remember. I think Lazzaroni was the last Brazilian coach we had.
All right,
Lazzaroni?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get
No.
back to that.
Okay.
Demo, continue.
Yeah. So the thing with Craig though is he says a lot of stuff, and you just have to, you have to just eat the meat and spit out the bone. Because some of the things where him say make a lot of sense. Him say him would have bring in probably I think it was 5 man, 5 coaches, Anandi Low for help with whatever, Goodison for help with the defense, and I don't remember who helped with the forward line and stuff. He says a lot of
Man said Jeff what's in for the coach the midfield.
yes, and he would have bring in Jeremy and Hugh for help with the midfield and stuff like that. Which for me, them stuff them I think would have helped the national team for real. Zine? But I just not think that the whole ego thing with Craig would have worked. And for me, I think the man know football, I honestly think the man know football. And I think he would have reached so far for say him don't know what he must say. You know what I mean? But I just think the ego thing and the JFF would have worked together.
That is what I was going to point out. Demo, you know that you coaching an academy is far way different from you actually coaching a national team.
Yeah.
It's a big step up that,
It is.
Not only that, Levon, yeah, when you're at an academy, you don't really have a JFF answering to consistently.
In this
When
current
you're
team still.
When you are the national team now, they are your boss. So you are
Yeah.
not the boss anymore at that level. In
And
the sense that
that's again another reason why Tappa is still there, because you know how them have Tappa.
But focusing on him a little bit more, as Demo said, sometimes he speaks some things and they do make sense, right? For instance, he said that Tappa needs help. And it's true, Tappa knows that he actually needs some other coaching personnel in the setup. Tappa hasn't gone for that. Again, all these guys has egos, but my biggest issue with him is that he can talk all that sweet talk, but when it matters most and we know about power, yes, when you have power, power turn into an idiot. I draw the parallel, and I don't know if Manning Van said, but I said that I'm going to do it on this show as well. When Andrew Holness was the Minister of Education, that man was arguably the best minister in Jamaica. Because since that man turned Prime Minister, I need not say anymore. Everybody are bashing me left, right, and center, saying I have no sense and this and that, right?
arrogance and speak.
So what I'm saying is that yes, power does that. Power changes things, right? It's the things that that you probably had in mind to implement when you were at a lower level. When that power comes up, it's like you just totally forget all those good things, and that's my issue. I've become so used to all these sweet talks from all facets of life. So when I hear Butler and this rant, man, I just stay and it's like, damn.
I
And the
think,
sorry, go ahead, Manivan.
yeah, I think nations like Jamaica, for me, sometimes I think we're so riddled in corruptive practices, you know, and the landscape that I feel like sometimes people outside of the country, like in a national program like this, would be better to operate it, because I feel like when you're from a particular team, it's
Mhm.
going to be hard for you. It takes a lot of integrity to not want to select, because you already believe that your players are the greatest in Jamaica.
Here is the issue.
All right. So if you believe that, it's going to be very hard to then not play those you believe are the greatest. You believe that. You're convinced that when it comes on to these players, there's nobody in the entire island of Jamaica who is as good as any single one of them. That has never happened and that can never be. Now, how do you know select 11 players without none
Mhm.
of those players that you have that thought towards?
Good
And
pointer.
and I think this has been the problem in our football. If you get somebody who is connected to Harborview, you're going to see Harborview players. If you get somebody connected to Portmore players. If you get somebody from St. Anne, you're probably going to see Mount Pleasant players. So here's what you do: get someone who is not connected to any other clubs. So when they come in, they have it's just like Wally Downs at Mount Pleasant.
No sort of affiliation.
Yeah, he just started getting rid of people left, right. People start getting. He didn't come in knowing, oh, okay, this guy is from. No, no, no. I didn't bring you here. Anybody can leave, and you don't have to start. Oh, play for the national team. Don't matter to me. I've never seen you play. Fresh start. Listen, Kevin Isaacs, you just came back from Saudi Arabia. The man said, oh, Saudi Arabia. Oh, no, no, no. But you weren't in training. Let me see how you look in training first. Hey, sit on the bench, because there's no prior knowledge of
Exactly.
anybody or anything. And I think that would work in our context
Yeah.
better than it can work probably in American those. I don't know, but in Jamaica, because there's this notion that even if you are not, like, if I were to get a job at the JFF, say, and I said, Levon, come and work. You know what people going to say? Even if you are the best person at the job, you know what Jamaicans are going to think? It must be because the man used to making company show a friend thing. That is ingrained
Facts,
in
facts.
that's ingrained, So sometimes it's better for me, even when I know I can do the job, to go overseas.
You're in an element tonight, Mannings. But good pointer, because it also got me thinking about another point that Butler made. He has been chumping the bits about this, what, 15-year-old kid that is what, 6 foot, over 6 foot that he said?
And
Don't
And
initially,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
on the
yeah.
show.
Him name
No,
yeah,
Whisper.
Whisper, John
yes.
Richards, the Whisper, yeah.
So I'm there and I hear this man said, man, like this 15-year-old kid at 6'6" should be in the national setup. I'm like, so You have a kind person over there in Slovenia doing this thing that can't get a look in. Why aren't you advocating for players like those? You see, if he had done something like that, Manningsman was the one who put it to him like that. But remember that we have Paris over there doing well enough. And that was when he kind of piggyback and said, yeah, he might do him thing. And he kind of played it down somewhat. So I'm saying that if you have a Paris that is performing at a top level club, remember that we don't have no, again, Manningsman said it best. Remember that we don't have no knowledge about this youngster now. We have never seen him. It's just you talking him up, right? No, we have seen what Paris can do on the international stage for his club. Why are you going to select? I mean, if you're good enough, you're whole enough. That's how I look at it. But if you have someone like Paris that is performing, why is it that you can't single out that man and say, see the kind Paris are doing thing, man can get a look in. That's what we're talking about. Because he's affiliated with other players, he sees his players as the best. Nobody else can come near them. Because when I hear this man talk about Kevin Atkinson and all these guys, you think that these guys
Kevin Reed. Kevin Reed.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the guy playing. I'm not against him, but based on how you hear this man talk about the player, you think that this guy is like bonkers, like he's the best thing to kick a football. And when you actually see him, they're like, he's just an okay player. So based on how he helps up his players, and when you actually see them, it's nothing
Wait,
to go.
who's just an okay player? Kevin Reed?
Kevin.
Oh, I think you say Kevin Reed.
Oh,
You know Kevin Reed?
Yeah, I know him, man.
Oh,
The striker.
I don't know if he's a striker, but he's a forward player.
Yeah, man, I know him.
I mean, he grew him in, so Craig Butler can't take the credit for him alone.
I know him, man. But as we keep on saying,
One thing but you never teach him to play football, so the man can't take the credit.
Sir, he was a part of the church team that I captained, so relax.
No, you said you didn't say you teach him to play football. You say you grew him.
But he was a part of the team, so I helped him get along the way.
No, because Craig Butler was coaching him so good, he became a part of
Continue, Levan. Continue.
But it goes back to what to say. Once people are affiliated with certain people, you're going to see an influx of that particular team or wherever those players coming from. So that's the biggest issue. But yeah, what I was going to point out is that no matter who ever come into this team or whoever come to this setup, politics is going to always remain unless you get someone, as Manningsman said, that they don't have no prior history with nobody whatsoever. They're just new to the whole surrounding, as he pointed out with Wally Downs, because we should have had Wally Downs on this program, but because of some breakdown in communications, it never materialized. But hopefully the person will reach out back to us and we'll get that connection. But yeah, when I look at that, as I said, he came in at first, and remember, I said the man basically run with what's his name? The dude that scored the 6 goals for Mount Pleasant. Now I'm gonna go to Cornwall College.
Jordan Fletcher.
Yeah, remember that Jordan Fletcher was released by Mount Pleasant,
Yeah,
and they re-signed him afterwards. Yeah. Cardell Benbow, people might say, yeah, he was one of the better players for them. What happened with him? They let go Cardell Benbow as well. So as you pointed out, Manningsman, this man looks at players, and if they're not giving him what he's actually looking for, the man now got business if you play 100 games for you, Manchester United before in your history, or that the man is going to let you go.
Which is one of the things that Schaefer was doing. When Schaefer came in and he started looking at some of the local players, he says, no, Wes Morgan is starting, Garrett McCleary is starting. It never matter where you're from. You understand me? So you kind of need that kind of a person sometimes in the football who is just going to select the best available players. And you don't feel like, boy, I have to play a Portmore player, I have to play this amount of players who are born in Jamaica kind of a thing. Listen, if you want me to coach, you have to have that kind of personality that when you step in, like you have that name, that when you step in, like, they're not going to go to a Martin O'Neill and tell him certain things. They're not going to go, you understand me, certain coaches across the world, if Zidane says, who's going to go to Zidane and tell Zidane that, I have this baller down in Harborview or Mount Pleasant, you need to give it. Listen, man, I'm going to say, are you kidding me, man? Listen, you know who I've benched? Eden Hazard. You tell me about man from Mount Pleasant, man. I've benched Eden Hazard. I've benched Gareth Bale. You tell me about man from Arnie. Listen, I've benched Gareth Bale. You know Gareth Bale? Everybody that was, you understand me, like, you need somebody like that.
or better yet, even if they don't throw them on the person on the bus immediately, they say, all right, here what? I'll take a look at him. If he's good, he'll make it into the team. If he's not, he's going to stay where he's at. Because just the other day, you know, remember that people were creating the same ruckus when we saw JD White and Jamaica got in the team. And people are saying that because
Exactly.
he have speed and he's
Exactly.
affiliated with team where we see these players and all of that. So these are the things that we talk about. And well, it's a tricky situation. But as I said, politics is something that will not be removed out of this program until we just see a clear picture of a lot of things. Because the current JFF board itself, they aren't good enough. They are not cutting it. So until we see a change, nothing will change. No matter if they go for, let's say, Klopp, Pep, if they come into this Jamaican setup, they are going to face the same situation with the board that is above them. So it's like 50 of one and 50 of the other when it comes on to
You
this.
know, I don't think so, Ryan. I think like when certain people come,
Where's Ryan?
no, Levon, I don't think so. Sorry, I think when certain people come, they don't come to be boss. They come to
Hmm.
boss. So
Oh,
if Klopp came here, I think even the president would say Klopp is the man.
don't
Um,
agree.
no, maybe Klopp will not want to be treated that way.
Hmm.
But I can tell you that when certain people steps down on the place, listen, yeah, well, you know who that is? Brethren, we know this not going to happen.
It's a command of
You,
respect.
you think if Pep walk here, them guys say, hey, Pep, you know that you must be mad. I'm telling you, listen, when Pep speak, everybody listens.
Hmm.
I think they'll walk in and say, Pep, what do you want us to do?
Yeah, well,
You think these people are going to Tappa, come on, talk to us, man. What do you want? No, 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 no. They're going to say, Tappa, here are some plans. Blah 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 blah.
make it happen. Yep.
Yeah. When Pep walk in, Pep said, this is the plan.
Yeah.
Go and make it happen.
Yep.
With Tappa, they say, Tappa, hey, Tappa, here's the plan. Work with this.
So in essence, we're saying that we just have to work with Tappa until we can find somebody who commands that respect to change the whole thing. That way I say.
That's your
Because
say.
we can't have too much. No,
I don't know. Find out what Kev said. That is not what I am saying.
All
Find
right.
out what Kev said. No,
Kems, what are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying in regards to what Demo does ask?
No, not that me I say.
but eventually, we all have to come around to see what I say.
Here's what
We
I
don't
am
have nobody
saying.
to replace
Here's
him.
what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, Dino. We use this example. So you're in a relationship, right? You know, I love use this example. And the girl, I mean, she a give a bun bad, bro. I mean, morning, evening. I know that will not happen in reality. I
You
understand. But
got
to
that
you,
right.
what? Night and day, night and day. Do you say, boy, me not really leave her now. Me make you go and treat me bad and give me bun until me find a new girl. No. You end the relationship and you go on until you find. You understand me? You then transition until you
Yeah, but
find
what if
somebody.
you love the girl?
Huh?
What if you really love the girl?
Mannings, man,
Anyway,
draw for a line in the Bible.
What if you really love the girl, Mannings, man? You have to just work with it, brother. You have to just take the bun.
Oh, what you say?
yeah, you kept the answer,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Oh, what
All right, so yes, Jermaine Watson saying that bring top of our interviews to Sports Frenzy. Listen to me, Jermaine. There's only one man on this panel that could possibly make that link. He's up in the top right hand corner. But the producer want to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to make a point earlier that normally Jamaican fans it is not basically Jamaica alone either. Countries where their national team doesn't normally qualify for the World Cup,
Mhm.
fans will see those boards as being corrupt. It's easier to see those boards as being corrupt, right? Than when your team is doing well, right? Because I was doing some research the other day, and I don't think that the JFF is as corrupt as some of these big nation football boards, especially Brazil, right? Brazil has a huge corruption with their board, their football FA, but guess what? Brazil is always qualifying for the World Cup, so basically that overshadow what
Say
their board
there's
does.
like some tape over the cracks.
Right.
Okay.
So if Jamaica was continuously qualifying for every World Cup, right? We wouldn't be hearing fans calling for Jamaica.
Yeah, it is true. Like if everybody in Jamaica was getting like $50,000 from the government a month.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the same thing with Manchester United. If Manchester United was winning the league every
Nobody
year,
would say
Champions
no.
League, nobody
Nobody
would
would say
be
the
calling for
government is corrupt.
Jesus to
But
resign.
when $50,000 is being taken from you every month in groceries and bills and all of those things, then obviously it must be corruption. You know that?
Yeah, it's the truth. And good point by the producer.
In fact, FIFA dismissed Brazilian FA chief in 2018 over corruption. They are linked to a lot of international match fixing persons within Brazilian FA circles and support. So there are other boards out there that are way more corrupt than JFA, but guess what? Their teams are qualifying because of the type of players that they're producing within the country.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
true.
agree.
When
Essentially, Manchester United, if Manchester United was winning Premier League, Champions League every year, then nobody would be calling for Glazers to go.
Yeah, true. But I reach a segment of the show where I'm going to give you guys a minute to talk about whatever that you want to talk about. I'm going to start it with the man that calls himself Mannings that is not actually from Mannings. Talking about Mannings, man. Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, But listen, thanks for the opportunity again, people. Please, this is good content, good clean discussion. No cussing and ranting and raving. You understand? Everybody's. This is a cool and
Well,
composed
well, 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 well.
show.
Stick up in. Unless United lose, you'll hear ranting.
Yeah. No, not if United lose, but normally when
Yeah, when
United loses.
Kems will come here ranting.
Yeah. So make sure you subscribe and you have people. You have to like the video. You understand me? You have to hit the like button. When you like the video, other people look at how many likes are on the video and say, "Hey, why so many persons are liking this video? Let me go and see it." That's how the thing work. You can't say, "Hey, me respect level on them." Yeah, and you go to your office. Not just keep it in your head. Get everybody to subscribe to the thing, man. Support the work. You understand me? By this level, and should have
You know,
Sport Friends should have over
we should have get 1,000 subs long time.
long time, man. Like Anthony Henry. You see, instead of you make out 20 comments, you're not just selfish. You're not just one in the comment section and take it up for yourself. We want more people, Anthony Henry and Dale Francis and Jermaine. We want more people. We want sometimes can't find on the comments them because there are so many comments in the comment section. And if you go on better, man. So
Yeah, true.
each of you have the responsibility to find 5 more subscribers. We are go block on the one of them comment. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and support the work. Because these guys are doing a great job. You understand me?
Mannings, man, is a good thing that you just pointed out now because you see amount of ratings me and Josh get. If we don't work by ratings, we
Tell
reach
him what
at
them say,
least
man. Tell him, man.
5K subs
Yeah, man.
already.
Me tell man say me no want no ratings, man. No want subscription, man. Keep your ratings. Keep your
Well,
ratings.
Kems, it's no time for your minute.
Alright, so Mannings man alluded to it about John Gruden resigning from the Las Vegas Raiders. I already told the things about how
The
this
cranky.
how this country stay. Once it come on to homophobic remarks, you will get more you get in a trouble more for homophobic remarks than if you kill somebody in this country. So he made some homophobic remarks. He made racist remarks. Not come out tight, but then the email was showed with more homophobic remarks and some other things about women, and then he resigned immediately. Right now, Baltimore Ravens getting whop up as per usual. Green Bay Packers, obviously, we are now move on to 4-1. Right now, chilling at the apex. We have some Premier League action coming up again. I can't wait for my Manchester United. I bought a brand new jersey. Can't wait to brandish it for these 3 points that's coming up.
Kems, Kems, today is Monday.
Yeah, we have talked about it from now. Jersey just reach nice and custom, um, but again, yeah, again, thanks for the opportunity on this platform. It's always a joy, always a pleasure to talk about any kind of sport with the man. So love always.
Yep. Demo.
Yeah, we can tell why
All right,
management is
before
a
you go on to before you
pastime.
go on to a minute though, Hope said the thing went well to the boss and you recover well. Yeah, man, my glimpse it, man. That's why I said Hope say surgery went well and you're recovering. So go ahead now.
Yeah, man. Big up. Yeah, surgery went well. I hope this not cutting on my minute, cause you are asking question.
Yeah, man, go ahead. You
Yeah,
have it.
the surgery went well. They had to break my thumb again, because it was starting to heal incorrectly. So I could have been it. So they had to break the thumb again and do what them do and put a pin in there and all sort of stuff. So I'm just have to go and take some meds when I feel the pain, and I mean, couple weeks I should be good hopefully, because we need to get back to cricket. But anyway, um, yeah, you can tell why man is a pastor. He's very convincing. Very convincing, boy. Man is man. But big up to everybody who turn in, like him say. Like and subscribe to the thing for all of the hard work. Like me say Josh Carr tag like 98 people and I just like 15 people are watching. I don't understand how that work. But the reggae boys.
You know that on a nightly basis, Josh tags at least close to 300 or more people.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just 15 people are watching them something.
Remember,
So,
the people are working still, so
yeah,
whatever it's different. But carry on.
yeah, so just like and subscribe to the thing. As for the
People are
reggae
talk about the
boys,
ratings, man. Me have enough ratings for me bill them, me utility bills them. I don't want no more ratings, brother. Subscribe, man.
tell Manning's man on his show that would I like to see if you guys could have do the points table and tally up like maximum points people can get for qualifying where Jamaica stand in terms of maximum points. I think we can end up with what 29 as the most, and that's winning all our games, which is probably not gonna happen. But I hope you guys can do that so we can know where we stand and if we still have some hope, because I have no false hope leading
Yes,
into the
I need a shake up now, Kyle up.
yeah, man. So we want some mathematics in the team. So we're going to work on that. The T20 World Cup is quickly coming to us, so we need to prepare for that as well. As I said, West Indies are favorites. So hope to talk some cricket soon. So again, big up everybody. Big up Levon, big up Josh and the panelists. Big up Ryan who did there too. So big up everybody.
Yeah, man, now with that being said, I don't think I really need to say much, but I think I do. Anyways, Elton Gardner, Jermaine Watson, blessings, man, and still there. Big up to everybody that has been here, and remember, as management saying, don't have to tell nobody to subscribe to the thing. Just take them phone, subscribe. That's all I need to do. So, as I always say, big up to the loyal ones that are always here. Big up to the newcomers. Big up to everyone that has tuned into Sports Frenzy. We're currently at what 446 the last time I checked in terms of subscription. So we want to get to that 1,000 mark by my birthday, which is next month. The 20th of next month is my birthday. So by then, I should have the 1,000 subscribers. Make it happen. That is what we want. So, guys, let's make the thing happen, man. And thanks to our producer, Josh Collins, makes it possible. Thanks to Manning's man, I am sure sports. Guys, remember, if you don't check it out as yet, go over there and check it out. Interesting contents, even though you have some man at times that talk a lot of bull, but that's how it goes. But big up to Kems as well. Kems slowly becoming, Kems seemed like he want to take over. So just look out for the host Kems on Saturdays, hosts his NFL show. And blessings to Demo. Demo has been here from the inception. We had the stupid name Weekly Dose of Sports until we change it to a brand new name, Sports Frenzy. Thanks to the
Right,
producer again.
right.
Big up to everybody. And remember, there's a lot of football going on. There's a lot of football going on tomorrow in Europe, Africa, Asia. Lots of qualification games
South
tomorrow.
America.
No, is that tomorrow? That's Thursday. Thursday,
Thursday.
right?
Oh, Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, Thursday.
Thursday. So yeah, just go and watch some football, watch some sports, and come back here, come educate us as well. So until tomorrow, thanks again.
Why should South America keep their qualifiers on Thursday and the players travel back by Friday?
All right, so Mannington is a Brazilian fan. He's the only Brazilian here. He's the only one that supports South America team. So the producer is asking you why should they keep games on Thursdays when all the other confed keep the game way up in the week and get their players back at their respective clubs.
Because this is Brazil and Argentina. When these players from South America touch down, they get slotted in right away. They're that good. They don't need time and stuff. When you're from places like CONCACAF, You understand? We have to go through certain things. At the level there. When Neymar and Messi touch down and
No,
Suarez
no, no,
and
no.
When they turn
But look,
pro.
Manning, so remember that the European teams. This is how Europe do the things. They play the game from. I believe tomorrow is the last set of games in Europe. So the players
yeah.
will be back at their clubs.
Yeah, man, but this is South America. South Americans get treated. Listen, like for
But man,
me,
the flight fans South America long enough.
no,
By the time
man,
you reach back to Europe, them
no,
kind of
but no, I'm fine. What I'm saying, though, you have certain privileges, and remember, part of South America culture. South America is more interested in the money they make in South America from the players because these World Cup qualifying are major business in South America. Where I think they have so much they have been having. I think they have in a next oh gee, what's the competition name with all the clubs? I think next year as well, Several years in a row they have been having oh geez. What's the name of the competition, man? Copa America.
Mm-hmm.
Why I think they have that because this is how they make money.
wait.
So watch this. They are going to play it on the day when people don't have mass on a Wednesday. In most of these South American countries, so they're going to play it on a Thursday to avoid people missing the game because
Oh,
of
so
mass and
so
those things.
Oh.
that's the reason why.
Yeah, because they have to make money from this. So they play them on Thursday. Yeah.
Understandable.
South America, a lot of them are primarily Catholic.
Yeah, they're Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of the bigger South American nations. So you have those things. So play it on Thursday because they don't really care about they really don't care about what going over in them places because they know when Messi goes back, he's going to start. When Martinez goes back, he's going to start. And they go on private jets. It's not like them taking to charters flight and all of them things. Neymar and them man, they have them own thing with. You understand me? Yeah. So some of those things. Yeah.
I actually learned something because, to be honest, I never knew that was the reason
Money.
behind it.
Yeah.
But thanks for the info, man. And that's how I tell us say you are a genius, and you don't want to roll with the title, but you are.
Well, Tappa is a genius too.
Most of them are Catholic for years, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, as I said, until tomorrow, hope you guys stay safe. Peace out. Take care of yourself.